And I was just thinking, like, of course, my default is to create for other people before creating for myself. Like, of course, that's my default. Is the default that all people who are raised as women are raised to believe is our role. Like, I'm non binary, but I thought that I was a woman for a long time. For about 30 years until I learned the term non binary and I was like, oh, that's the word for what I've been thinking I am forever. But to be raised as a woman in this society, like, is or to be raised as someone who's perceived as a woman, okay? So I'm non-binary, but I was perceived as a woman by the binary society in which I live. And so I was raised in that like within those gender roles. And so we are raised in the patriarchal society to take care of the patriarchal society. Like, that's how we're raised. But that's also a delicate balance because we do care for our communities. It is natural for a lot of us to care for our communities, but I don't really see that as needing to be a gendered thing. Like caring for our communities and nurturing those that we care about, that doesn't have to just be assigned to people with pussies. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that responsibility needs to fall on all of us, including cis men. Like, so can we shatter that right now? Can we shatter that idea that just because you have a pussy, like, just because you, like, I'm getting flustered because this bothers me so much. Like, stop putting me in a box that I didn't choose to be in. That's me talking to society, not to you. You know, like, there's so many responsibilities that have been put on the shoulders of women that really are things that all of us are to carry together. Um, and so I guess what I'm trying to say is I have compassion for myself for not knowing how to just create for myself or just do something for myself under the weight of this capitalist society with social media. I am conditioned to believe that in order to survive, I need to be giving everything I have away. But I'm transforming that right now in this moment. Even as I just said that, I was like, that's how my brain used to think, is that I was taking a piece of me and I was giving it away. Like, that is kind of how I think it felt. And I didn't know that I was doing that for the longest time because when people resonated with that and when I had the energy to do that, I would take this part of me and I would make a piece of art and I would give it to people and they would go, "Wow, I love it. Wow, I appreciate it." And then I would get that energy back and I would feel good. But as I'm explaining this right now, I'm like, that's not really sustainable. And so it's a transformation. It's a huge transformation to go from that to what are we going to? It's more so just showing you or showing anybody who actually wants to show up and also look at the art how I feel. It's more like I'm projecting a movie screen onto the wall through a projector and saying, "Hey, I'm just gonna like put this out there, and if you want to look too, that's fine. But like, I don't really care if you're gonna look or not. I'm still gonna project it because to me, that enhances my understanding of my own human experience. That's very different than being like, hey, do you want to watch this movie that I made? Because like, if you do, I'll put it on. But if you don't, I'll turn it off. Like, those are two very different things. And I think over time, um, the more that I've learned about my psychic abilities and my sensitivity to energy, the more that I have been able to come to understanding the embodiment of the difference of those two things. Because, back to my original point, as someone who is raised as a woman by this society and was expected to take the role of a woman in this society, I was taught to believe that it was my job to give pieces of myself away to people. Like, we're taught that. And not only women are taught that, men are taught that too. Everyone is taught that. Everyone is taught that that's what we're supposed to do. That's our role. And in order to care for other people, we have to give parts of ourselves away. Like, that's just what we're taught. And I'll tell you a secret. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's the patriarchy lying to you. Because when we give pieces of ourself away, that is us giving our power away. And if we allow our power to be taken from us, then the patriarchy is going to take it. They're not going to just leave it there. They're going to take it. Because that's how they survive. That's how the patriarchal society survives. And so I think when we learn this piece, which is a practice, and it comes differently for everybody. I'm not going to say that the way that I do this is the way that you should do it. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe that example I gave about projecting a screen, maybe that resonated with you. Maybe it didn't. But the point is, I don't care. Just kidding. I care. But in this moment, I'm not going to let it stop me from sharing that. I will not let this predefined box of what a patriarchal society thinks that a woman should be silence me anymore.